This is Wood TV 8 Grand Rapids.
From the first team for news in West Michigan, this is the News 8 Night Team.
If you are one of those who has not been riding the bus around Grand Rapids, perhaps now you will. Big change in the offing. Hi, everybody, and thank you for inviting us into your homes on this Wednesday night. I'm Tom Van Howe. Well, $1.25 for a bus ride will soon buy you better service. At least that's what the Grand Rapids Area Transit Authority is banking on, aiming for. The move is on to give you more bang for your buck and a quarter. Night Team reporter Elaine Lucadonna joins us live from our newsroom with more. Elaine?
Well, Tom, Grotta tonight gave the go-ahead for major changes in the way the city's bus fleet operates. The goal to be more efficient and to go more places, hoping more people will take the ride.
I think the service now is pretty decent. Could be a little bit better.
Well, Antonio, it's about to get better. Catching a bus will soon be quicker and a whole lot more convenient.
All those in favor say aye. Aye.
The Grand Rapids Area Transit Authority is all in favor of increasing bus stops, expanding routes, and picking up people every 30 minutes.
Anyone's at a bus stop is going to know that within a half hour, that bus will be back.
It even gets better during rush hour. Buses will stop every 15 minutes along the major runs.
Very important, because that's how I get to work every day.
And you should get to work on time. Schedules will be tighter and much easier to use.
Times just don't match up sometimes. So sometimes you think you're there 5 minutes early and you're actually 10 minutes late because the bus already went by.
You can bet all these stricter standards will affect the drivers.
But it sounds like it's going to do real good for the people. We're used to a little pressure now and again, so I think it won't bother us.
These buses will also be going places they've rarely gone before, to the suburbs. Places like Granville, Kentwood, and Wyoming will see a lot more stops. Routes designed to get inner city workers to their suburban jobs.
I ride every day. It's how I get home. I think they need expanded service.
Of course, there are those who want more than that.
They're a little short on the hours.
I know some people that work the third shift are excluded from it completely.
Now take heart, though. Grotta is extending its Saturday hours. Buses will soon run from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Officials say the ultimate goal is to provide service every evening. Right now, they just don't have the money. And you'll have to wait until August 1st, by the way, to check out the new bus schedules. All of the changes will take effect August 15th.
Now, my past experience tells me, Elaine, that anytime you get a better service from a government-operated organization, they say, yeah, but you got to pay for it. So are the rates going to go up?
No, officials tell me there will be no more fare hikes anytime soon. Grotta is able to afford these changes by cutting some bus routes serving the least amount of people.
Okay, well, this is going to be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Elaine. Well, travel of a different kind came to a screeching halt for a time today, but flights in the northwest part of the United States are back to normal tonight. Officials had banned plane takeoffs in parts of Washington, Oregon, and Idaho after a bomb threat was called to an Auburn, Washington control center. More than 300 people were evacuated from the FAA building, but after a lengthy police search, nothing was turned up, and the planes once again took to the friendly skies. The convicted killer of Martin Luther King Jr. was denied parole today. It was the first time James Earl Ray was up for parole since he went to prison 25 years ago. Ray pleaded guilty in court back then, but says his lawyers pressured him into a confession. He has always insisted that he is innocent.
I didn't kill Dr. King, and I wasn't involved in any type of collusive acts to kill him. In other words, I wasn't some type of, accomplice of that nature.
But there's no dispute.
The parole board nonetheless voted to keep Ray behind bars for at least another 5 years. At that time, he will be eligible for another parole hearing. In the meantime, one of the most powerful members in the Congress is worried tonight that he, too, may be headed for prison. Dan Rostenkowski, the influential chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee, is accused of, and has been for some time, of misusing campaign funds. Rostenkowski has to decide whether he wants to plead guilty now, guilty to the charges and serve a short jail term, or he could refuse the Fed's plea bargain and face the possibility of a long jail term if convicted of financial wrongdoing. Either way, by the end of the week, Rostenkowski could no longer be a congressman. One man apparently out, another throwing his hat into the political arena. Dr. Jack Kevorkian today announced that he would like to run for governor. That's right, governor. The retired pathologist, best known for helping 20 people to take their own lives, said that he will run as an independent candidate. But first, Kevorkian needs to gather more than 25,000 signatures by July 21st in order to get his name on the November ballot. A U.S. Senator from Michigan has released a scathing report accusing the Pentagon of a cover-up. At issue, the cause of the Gulf War syndrome. News 8's health team reporter Sean Boyd tells us the report may help solve the mystery.
Memorial Weekend 1991, the 180th National Guard unit out of Greenville thought the worst was over. They were home from the Gulf. Then came the illness.
Extreme fatigue, memory loss, and loss of concentration.
Memory loss, irritability. I feel like I'm 90 years old.
Shane Stahl and Larry Franzen are among 60,000 veterans with the mysterious Gulf War syndrome, an illness Senator Donald Regal says isn't all that mysterious. He released a report today showing veterans are suffering from exposure to Iraqi chemical agents, agents he says the U.S. sold to Iraq. The report includes interviews with 30 veterans. It cites numerous incidents of chemical warning alarms going off, and it contains weather maps showing when the U.S.-led coalition bombed suspected chemical plants, fallout drifted back on American GIs. Still, the Department of Defense is sticking to its guns.
No chemical or biological weapons were found in the Kuwait theater of operations.
How then, Beth Stahl asks, does the government explain her husband's illness?
I think the worst of it is that they just won't admit there's anything wrong in it. And they keep telling him it's his problem, and it's not. He didn't do anything wrong. You know, he did what he was supposed to do.
And now veterans and families say it's the government's turn.
The ones that are sick and can't work, they ought to have 100% disability. And if you have to not build another battleship or something else in order to get the money to take care of the sick family members, you ought to stand up and say it, and so should the Secretary of Defense.
Let me say it again loudly. If a soldier comes to a military treatment facility, he or she will be treated. If that soldier brings a member of his family in, he or she will be treated. If there's anyone in this audience who feels that has not happened, I will take the names, I will make the calls, and it'll happen.
They may disagree on the cause of the illness, but the Pentagon and lawmakers agree the people who've served this country deserve to be helped by this country. Sean Boyd for the News 819.
Now, this is the second congressional report about the cause of the Gulf War syndrome released in just the past couple of weeks. An earlier report by the Senate Veterans Affairs Committee found a vaccine given to the veterans could also be to blame for the illness. So there is still some contention about what the cause actually is. The leader of the Allied forces during the Persian Gulf War is recovering from prostate cancer surgery tonight. Retired Army General Norman Schwarzkopf underwent the operation today at Walter Reed Medical Center in Washington. Doctors say they expect the general to fully recover within a couple of weeks. Still ahead tonight, mental exercise. How can kids make up for what they might miss this summer? Steve Osunsami has that story, and some volunteers put their knowledge of the world to the test. And we will be right back with those stories.
It's the Cadillac event everyone waits for, Harvey's 14th annual Caddy Sale. Right now, our customers are driving home sedan DeVilles for less than many other full-size sedans, and so could you. During our Caddy Sale, lease the all-new DeVille for just $389 a month with $2,500 down. Drive one for 2 years, walk away, get a new one. It's that easy. There are more than 50 DeVilles to choose from 28th Street to 29th Street. So come see us at Harvey Cadillac and drive Cadillac luxury for less.
One store has it all. Rent-A-Center has the best selection with more quality brands than anyone. Like this GE 19-inch TV. For a limited time, get it and a 2-head VCR. Both for only $14.99 a week. You save $2 a week. And save $2 a week on a Whirlpool washer. Now just $8.99 a week. That's our lowest price ever. Don't miss Rent-A-Center's lowest prices on the best brands. Come in today. One store has it all. Rent-A-Center.
Protect your home against summer extremes with Dutch Boy and Cuprinol from Menards. Dutch Boy Dirt Fighter exterior flat paint resists blistering and peeling, now $11.88 a gallon. Cuprinol stain and preservative protects against rot and mildew. Choose solid or semi-transparent colors for $12.77 a gallon. Clear Deck Seal is designed for pressure-treated wood. It's on sale for $7.95 a gallon. Paint and save at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
We'd like to draw a comparison between this Honda Accord LX and the Ford Taurus LX. So let's see. On the Accord, a stereo cassette is standard, yes. Cruise control, yes. Fold-down rear seat back, rear window defroster, power antenna, yes, yes, yes. Now what about the Taurus? No, 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 and no. And the Accord still costs $735 less than the Taurus. So what's it gonna be? A Taurus or an Accord?
After months of uncertainty, Holland High School has a new principal tonight. No surprise, his name is Gary Sickles. He's been the acting principal all year long. The Board of Education tonight in Holland also narrowed the list of superintendent candidates to just 3, and they are Marcia Bishop, Executive Director of Curriculum and District Services in Grand Rapids, Richard Drury, Superintendent from Gwynn, Michigan, and David Neefer from the Holland-Ottawa Intermediate School District. Former Superintendent Ned Curtis resigned in anger earlier this year when the board refused to hire the principal candidate that he had recommended. Curtis is still unemployed. Most kids in West Michigan go to school 9 months a year, and that leaves 3 months for rest and relaxation and for doing nothing. However, Michigan teachers say during the time off, kids forget what they have spent the whole year learning. In the final part of our Education First series, Nighttime reporter Steve Osunsami tells us how to preserve young minds for the following year.
Steaks that moo inside a freezer that looks like a cow. Not something you'd think kids could learn from, but local educators say these students can and do.
Does it look like other parts should move?
Teachers call this soft-core academics and prescribe it to every family that has school-age kids on summer break.
Because during the summer, I usually forget all the stuff I learned the year before.
The trick is you have to combine a learning experience with a fun summer activity.
Travel to Canada would be a good thing to do because you learn about different countries and just not about your own. So if you ever grow up and want to travel to another country, you know what it's like.
And I think camps really, they help you keep up and they keep your mind going so you don't sit down and watch TV all the time. They give you something to do.
I think that our kids should practice math and all the other things at home so that when they get back into school, then they won't have a hard time learning.
Where? It's a lion right over there.
Here's something cheap and nearby. Let the kids monkey around at the zoo. Afterwards, make them explain the things or give you a critical analysis of what they saw. Teachers say you should bring the kids along on shopping trips and make the visit a mathematical adventure. Kids can learn by checking quantities and prices to pick the best brands or by double-checking your grocery receipts. Do whatever it takes to keep their minds busy.
Keep a job, I guess. That's what I would do, hold a steady job and just keep my minds off the streets and stuff like that.
Because if you don't...
Well, then when they get back in school, they're not going to know as much as the kids who studied over the summer.
In Grand Rapids, Steve Osunsami, News 819.
Well, here are a few more suggestions. The Forest Hills School District is offering a summer academy for students in the area. Call 847-4568. And the YMCA is also holding several summer camps and programs. Their number, as you can see, is 677-5414. And the Children's Talent Center is offering classes in French, sign language, Japanese, and a whole lot more all summer long. And they can be reached at 949-6886. Hope you've had time to get all those numbers. Hold it for a little more. There, okay. How well do you know your geography? A lot of people have a tough time with it. Well, these kids you see here, we don't see any kids yet. There you go, are some of the best in the country. They were the finalists in the 6th annual National Geography Bee in Washington, D.C., and Alex Trebek of Jeopardy fame was the moderator for the competition. And when the dust finally settled, a 14-year-old boy from Montana won the competition, and get this, a $25,000 prize. He, along with 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place finishers, will compete in an international competition, which will take place in London later this year. Congratulations to them. That's something else. 25 grand, Craig. On the business front, the CBS network continues to lose ground on the stock market following Fox TV's buyout of 8 affiliates, including the one in Detroit. CBS stock has declined $37 in just 3 days. That's about $500 million in the network's market value. In the meantime, Fox is struggling to gain respect from industry analysts. They say before Fox can be called a successful network, they're going to have to build a true news division and create early morning and daytime programs. So we shall all see. Excuse me, and we have some good news tonight for those of you who were watching Sisters last Saturday night on TV and then lost the end of it. Because of a microwave inversion, we lost our signal. I don't know what that means either, but anyway, trust me, it's a real cause. We lost our signal, and then you lost the last few minutes of the season-ending episode. So we are happy to tell you that you'll be able to, we are replaying the missed portion this Sunday night at 11:30 right here on TV8. So be sure to tune in right after the News 8:19 report Sunday night for the missing minutes, about 4 of them, I'm told, of Sisters. Well, thunderstorms produced some hail earlier in the evening. Craig will take a look at what the rest of the night is going to bring us, and we finally have evidence that the big black hole actually does exist. We'll be right back.
Heard about the one called Jerry Barnaby? He brings you powerful pachyderms and snap, crackle, pop, and finds fun ways to hop till you drop. He loves thingamaboppers like pitters and peelers and bottle top poppers. He knows brides in bowling shoes who say I do, and high-tech ways to look like new. So treat yourself to an afternoon surprise. Relax and watch News 8 live at 5.
Is this seat taken?
It is now.
The New York Times calls Maverick fast, funny, and full of action. It's Lethal Weapon meets Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Everybody's got a gun.
An unbeatable start to the summer film season.
See, there you go, being all likable again.
And Siskel and Ebert give it 2 thumbs up. Mel Gibson, Jodie Foster, Maverick, a Richard Donner film. Rated PG, now playing.
World Cup tryouts going on now at your GMC truck dealer.
Come in now. Try out a brand new Sonoma pickup. Lease Sonoma for only $149 a month. That's right. West Michigan dealers have received a special allotment of all new Sonomas. Lease for as little as $149 a month. Test drive any GMC truck. Get a handsome soccer cap. Also register for tickets to the World Cup in Detroit. 5 sets of 4 to be given away in West Michigan. No purchase necessary. That's only at your West Michigan GMC truck dealers.
When Michael Andretti was a little boy, he loved to go fast. He still does. That's why he's the winningest IndyCar driver in the 90s, and why he's driving the new Target Scotch IndyCar this year. Watch for him, but don't blink. Look for Michael Andretti driving the Target Scotch car at the Indy 500.
Now, what you're looking at right here are pictures taken by the Hubble telescope that may be the first bit of physical proof that a massive black hole truly might exist in the universe. Black holes, at least according to theory, are believed to be at the center of galaxies. They are huge masses of nothing. They are giant swirling holes that pull everything in, from comets to small stars. And former general managers, astronomers are still cautious, but they say this could lead to major changes in how we understand our galaxies. How
Is that where he went?
He's gone.
That's right, disappeared. Well,
Yeah.
my golly. Well, we better not talk about that, Jim.
We might be in a black hole.
That's right. Well, we have some rain moving into western Michigan this evening. Nothing really severe or heavy, or hardly even any thunder and lightning around anymore compared to what was around earlier tonight, and we'll tell you about that in a moment. But let's take a look at today. Temperatures did climb into the 70s with some sunshine. Really not a bad afternoon in most spots. 60s along the lakeshore, but that didn't last very long. Most of the afternoon temperatures along the lake were only in the very cool 50s. And lows this morning between 52 and a relatively warm 60 at Kalamazoo. At 11 p.m., Grand Rapids temperature reading is 59. 52 is the dew point, 78% humidity. Barometer is steady. Winds are out of the southwest at 7, and so far today only a trace of rain at the Kent County Airport. A number of spots had a little bit more than that, and our Doppler radar now shows that there is some rain moving into the area. Here we go, and you'll be able to see generally just from about the western side of Grand Rapids on out over the lake. This has broken up a little bit even in the last half hour, and this was one pretty good thunderstorm activity, but it's all now just rain. I think the thunder and lightning's about over. In northeastern Montcalm County, up around Edmore and Six Lakes, they did have some 3/4-inch hail earlier this evening, but that's long gone. And some very strong hail down the southeast part of the state, anywhere from 1 to 3-inch diameter hailstones. That was at Fenton. That's baseball-sized hail. That can certainly do some damage. But temperature-wise on our state map, you can see the readings are in the 50s in our part of the state. Look how cold it is off in the north country. In fact, even in mid-afternoon, Marquette was 38 with a wind chill of 18. What an incredible place Marquette is. We will not be getting nearly that cool, but over the next night or so, you're really going to need a jacket, and probably even in the daytime for much of tomorrow. Most of the day was dry, but you can see during the afternoon a lot of thunderstorms developed off to our east. The lake effect breeze kind of killed them here in the western part of the state. But now this area that formed over in the Plain States earlier today is finally moving in. But it has weakened quite a bit, as a matter of fact. Again, not much thunder or lightning left with it at all. Mainly just some rain, but these showers will be with us now off and on most of the night. I think they should be ending early tomorrow morning. This whole system is finally going to slide out of the way. And this big high up around Lake Winnipeg is going to take over, and it does indeed have cool air with it. These are high temperatures this afternoon, and our wind's going to be out of the northeast tomorrow, so it's not going to be really warm the next couple of days. In fact, it's possible on Friday morning, as that high will be sitting right over Wisconsin, the temperatures here in Michigan could be down briefly to frost levels in some of the colder spots, like low to mid-30s, so I have to keep an eye on that in the forecast for tomorrow evening. Friday afternoon, it should get well back up into the 60s, and over the weekend, it's going to warm back up well into the 70s to even near 80. So let's check the details of the forecast. And for tonight, cloudy with some occasional showers. Low temperatures about 48 to 52, and the wind will become northeasterly a little later on. I think all areas will see at least a little rain tonight. Any showers will end early tomorrow morning, and then it'll become partly cloudy tomorrow afternoon, but highs only about 58 to 62. Certainly need a light jacket a good bit of the day with a northeast to north wind 10 to 20. And our outlook for tomorrow night, mid to upper 30s, maybe cold spots low to mid 30s. Friday, sunny and mild, though, 63 to 67, and a light breeze. And our Lake Michigan outlook for tomorrow, waves about 2 to 4 feet with a north wind at 10 to 20 knots. And our 3 to 5 day outlook shows any showers will be ending early tomorrow. Dry through the weekend, except maybe there is about a 30% chance of a thunder shower on Monday, but Monday will still be partly cloudy and warm. And anybody wondering what the Lake Michigan water temperatures are? Don't bother. It's about 50.
Oh, that's swimming. That's refreshing.
It's about 30
As
degrees
my wife
too cool
would say.
for me.
But you really, refreshing. All right, thank you, Craig. Sports is coming up next. The Jazz and the Rockets square off in Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. Jack will have highlights. And on the ice, the Rangers play for their NHL playoff lives. Stick around. Sports is coming up.
They nest unseen inside your wall. The damage could cost thousands, but carpenter ants can be stopped by the Exterminator, the Orkin Man. The Exterminator wipes out carpenter ants with the awesome power of his advanced pest control technology. He destroys carpenter ants and their nests and makes sure they never return. Guaranteed. The Exterminator, the Orkin Man. One call destroys them all.
Families just can't pass up a good value. That's why, for generations, so many families have passed around Scott family napkins. Scott gives you a lot of strong, pretty napkins for not a lot of money. In fact, Scott family napkins are the strongest everyday napkins around. So with Scott, your money goes a long way. And that's the kind of value families pass on for generations. Good value is a Scott family tradition.
You could learn something that may save your child's life.
Watch June 4th and 5th. Make a miracle happen right here in West Michigan. Watch Wood TV8's Children's Miracle Network Telethon.
Gonna take to the streets and spend some time on the road. I need a truck that'll take me where I wanna go. I need a Dodge, Dodge. I'll take a Dakota, it's the top of the line. The first mid-size pickup and it's one of a kind. That's Dodge, from America's Truck Stop Dodge.
Overall, Dodge carries the most power, the most safety features of any line of pickups on the planet. At America's Truck Stop, your Dodge dealer.
A hurricane?
In Indiana?
Thrill to the Hoosier Hurricane roller coaster at Indiana Beach. Get discount coupons at all Hook, Super X, and Thrifty drugstores. General admission still only $1. For more information, call 219-583-4141. The Hoosier Hurricane opens May 27th. Indiana Beach on beautiful Lake Schaefer, Monticello, Indiana, proving once again there is more than corn in Indiana.
Blows me away.
Time for sports with Jack Doles. Great game, huh?
Oh, yeah. And, you know, the great ones always come through when their team needs them most. Mark Messier is considered one of the great ones, and his Rangers were on the brink of elimination. If that's not enough pressure, Messier guaranteed a victory. He talks the talk. Can he walk the walk, or in this case, skate the skate? Third period, Messier ties the game at 2 with the goal right there. Still third period. The shot, there's Mark Messier. Cleans up. That made it 3-2. Messier wasn't finished. Final minute of the game. After she gives a high five, watch Messier. Empty net. He's going to find it. Mark Messier guarantees a victory and then comes through with the hat trick. The Rangers win the game by a score of 4-2, and they tie the series at 3 games apiece. Game 7, the deciding game in New York on Friday. Well, John Doherty has been the closest thing the Tigers have had to an ace. That's not saying much when you consider he gives up 5.5 runs a game. But the Tigers seem to win when Doherty pitches, and tonight was no exception. The Tigers beat the Angels 9-7. Mickey Tettleton, how big is this? Off the facade, the third deck. 3-run home run for Mickey Tettleton, who is starting to come around. Chris Gomez, the rookie, big hit off former Tiger Mark Leiter. That's going to score 2 more runs. Fryman waltzes in, then Tettleton scores all the way from first. The Tigers have themselves a big lead, but Chad Curtis and the Angels will battle back. Curtis with the triple here, going to score the run. And then a Chad Curtis fan, I believe, going to come out of the stands and check this. Here's how he hit that ball. Well, where do you think he's spending the night? In jail, I hope. Cleveland and Boston postponed by rain. Baltimore hands Milwaukee its 13th straight loss. White Sox beating Minnesota. Frank Thomas hit his 17th homer. Seattle shuts out Oakland. Yankees over Toronto in the 9th. And Texas is trailing Kansas City. That game in the 6th. National League, Colorado hosting Cincinnati. John Vander Wal, he has pinch hit duties exclusively this year so far for the Colorado Rockies. And here he comes through in the clutch off Jose Rijo. His team trailing 2-0. Vander Wal, the 2-run home run. He is out of Hudsonville, and he's celebrating tonight right now a 3-2 lead for the Colorado Rockies in the 8th inning. Also, Cubs going after the 9th straight win. Houston, Atlanta tied 5-5 in the 10th. Cardinals mauling the Phillies. Mets beating the Pirates in the 7th on a rain delay. Expos 3, Marlins 1, and the Reds trail the Rockies. With the Mets, Darryl Strawberry looked like he had a one-way ticket to Cooperstown, but alcohol and drugs have ruined his career, and now he's looking for work. The L.A. Dodgers placed Darryl Strawberry on waivers today. The West Michigan Whitecaps won a road series for the first time this season. The Whitecaps beat Rockford 5-1, making it 3 out of 4 on their turf. The Whitecaps return home tomorrow for doubleheader against the South Bend Silverhawks, 6:35 at Old Kent Park. On to the NBA, Game 2 in the West. Hakeem and the Rockets trying to go 2-up on Utah. Hakeem Olajuwon before the game picked up his most valuable player trophy. And in the 4th quarter of this game, Olajuwon has like 31 points. Pretty spin move there. When, you key on Olajuwon, who are you going to try and stop? You can't stop Otis Thorpe when he gets inside like that. Rockets were up 2 at the half, but the Jazz now up by 2 thanks to John Stockton, 91-89. That game time is running out. 3 minutes to play. No upsets at the French Open today, but there was a classic match between Andre Agassi and Thomas Muster. These guys battled for more than 3.5 hours, and we're going to show you a match point right here. 5 sets, 3.5 hours, and Muster serves for the match. Agassi comes in, the shot wide. Thomas Muster advances into the next round. And Julie Crone, female jockey, won the Belmont last year, made her come back today. August 30th last year, she had that accident, almost killed her, but she made her come back, finished 3rd.
Good for her. You know, with that Muster, you call him Mr. Muster, you would not be able to do that with a straight face. We'll be right back.
Got to do it in a jerk.
We're here at Debbie's house. She got a great deal yesterday on the Corolla, and we're here to surprise her daughter with it.
They're running a lease special. It has dual airbags.
Driver side
and
passenger airbag.
AM, FM cassette.
And all this to lease for only $179 a month? Here they come.
Oh, my
to bring you your keys.
Oh my God.
To your new car from your mom.
Yeah. Oh my God.
This could be you. You know what to do. Go to your Toyota dealer.
Want a great lawn and garden at a price that's really down to earth? Announcing the new Better Homes and Gardens Garden Center at Walmart. We've combined the quality and experience of Better Homes and Gardens with the always low prices at Walmart to give you the best of both worlds. You'll find knowledgeable lawn and garden associates, quality plants and products, and an information center with all kinds of helpful gardening tips.
If you want a great lawn and garden at a price you can afford, now you know where to go.
If it were up to other banks in town, this thriving bakery wouldn't be here.
We have a lot of orders today, sweetheart.
Because the Spencers couldn't get a loan without a business plan. At Michigan National Bank, we used our experience to help write one, to make their dream a reality. Any bank can say no. One looks for ways to say yes. Michigan National Bank. People are the heart of it.
Dad has always been proud of me. He was so impressed when I graduated from medical school and when my practice got going. Now I've leased a 94 Cadillac DeVille with a luxurious interior, the AirBank system that helps to protect all 3 front seat passengers, and an attractive smart lease. Dad's so proud, he tells everyone his little girl is driving a Cadillac.
See your Michigan Cadillac Gold Key dealers for attractive smart lease terms on a new 1994 Cadillac DeVille.
From our Nightcap File, we just thought we would warn you there are a couple of new shopper channels on the horizon. They want in, and you won't find things for your office or the kitchen on either one of them. One is called the Adam and Eve channel. You get the idea. The other is the Cupid Network. Cupid offers stuff like massage oils, lingerie, models by real models, and adult videos and all that kind of thing. And Adam and Eve, they offer a pajama party line where callers can talk to models in various stages of undress, kind of like a new level of interactive TV. So we just thought we would warn you that they're out there and to keep your eye out. That's our program. We'll see you once again tomorrow night.